Hello everyone, my name is Josh. I'm a copywriter here at Brookside Studios, and this is your Marketing Minute Monday. In 1992, Alec Baldwin starred in the iconic Glengarry Glen Ross. And in that movie, he delivered a famous speech where he talked about the ABCs of selling, which stands for always be closing. Now, no offense to Alec Baldwin, but that just doesn't work anymore. And the reason why is because consumers don't want to be just always sold to. They want to be able to research and learn about companies without feeling like they have to sign on the dotted line at every moment. So, in order to adjust to this new strategy, one great thing you can use is a content funnel. Now, before we get into what the actual content funnel is, we need to define content. A big misconception is that content is only blogs or written content, and that's just not true. This video that we're making right now is a great form of content. Content can be infographics or pictures, social media posts, just anything that the consumers can learn information from is content. So don't limit yourself to just blogs when you're creating content. Think outside the box and do whatever you think your audience will consume the best. So now that we've defined content, we can get into the content funnel. This right here is a very basic content funnel. It's broken down into 3 stages, which is attract, interact, and react. Now, every content funnel is going to be different, and I would encourage you to maybe fill this out a little bit more with some more steps. But for the sake of this example, we'll just use these 3. So the first step is kind of the top of the funnel. This is very similar to a sales funnel if you know what that is. So what we want to do is we want to write content, or create content, I should say, that attracts the consumer. So whenever we consider attraction content, we want to think about where the consumer is at. And whenever they're digesting this kind of content, they probably don't even know that they have a problem yet. They might just be experiencing symptoms of a problem. For this, let's use the example of a mechanic shop. So if someone's going to look for a mechanic shop, one of the first things they're going to do is figure out like, hey, my car's doing something funny, but they don't really know what the problem is. So a great attraction piece of content you could do if you're a mechanic shop would be to make a video that shows like, hey, these are different goofy sounds that your car makes, and this is the possible problems that you're experiencing. So the consumer can learn about, they can see, oh, like my car's making that sound, this is probably what the problem is. So when we want to attract them, it's not about selling them, it's about educating them. It's about addressing this need that they don't even know what the problem is yet. They're just experiencing the symptoms. So keep that in mind. So, and whenever we move from one stage to another, it's important to always push them down the funnel. Whenever you have this attraction funnel, you want to link it to another problem that pushes them to the next step, right? So for the interaction, one thing that you might want to do, and this is when they know they have a problem, right? They know what it is, they're trying to figure it out. So this is a great idea for for the mechanic. What you'd want to do is write a blog maybe about how to repair transmissions and what goes into that. So interaction, this is they know they have the problem, they're looking for solutions, and you want to be able to educate them about those solutions. But you're still not selling yet. Just keep that in mind. For these first 2 steps, you're not really telling them to come sign up or come in. Like, it's okay to have a phone number at the bottom or something like that. But the main point of these 2 steps is not to sell, it's to educate. That's very important. That's the whole concept behind this, is that you want to attract them, you want them to interact with the content and see what's going on, and then we get to the react. This is it. This is when Alec Baldwin has it, right? This is when you want to just have that moment and you want to close the sucker. You want to tell them why you're the best, okay? So in this could be a blog or a video or whatever. So again, let's go back to the example. The consumer, the car's making a funny noise, so you make this video, it says, hey, this is what it could be. And they're like, okay, great, this is my problem. It sounds like it's a transmission problem. So then you link to a blog about transmission repair, okay? You tell them what goes into it, kind of what it's gonna cost and whatnot, and then you link to why you're the best at repairing transmissions, okay? And this is where you talk about maybe your certifications or your experience or your trustworthiness or whatever it is that sets you apart from your competition. That's what you want to talk about here, okay? You want them to react, and that's when you have that lead capture, maybe an email, maybe a phone call, whatever it is, this is where you want to capture them. And again, the most important thing is these 2 steps, you're not selling. And that's so counterintuitive to what a lot of people will tell you to do, that always be closing mentality. It doesn't work in the digital era. It just doesn't. Especially people in the millennial generation, they hate that and they see it coming a mile away. I promise you that. So don't sell. Don't always be closing until you get to this reaction phase. That's when you close the deal. This has been your Marketing Minute Monday. I hope you enjoyed it.